Good morning, students. This is a video for the students of class 7th, subject science. We were studying chapter number 16, that is water, a precious resource. It's your lecture number 3. The topics to be covered in this lecture are water cycle, sources of water, groundwater as an important source of water. So we will discuss these 3 topics in this lecture. Now, what is water cycle? You have already learned about water cycle in your previous class. So, the continuous movement of water from the earth's surface as water vapor to the atmosphere and comes back to the earth's surface as rain is called the water cycle. It means the water cycle is the continuous movement of water. This picture shows the water cycle and the various processes involved in the water cycle. So first of all, when the sunlight falls on the sea water, then it evaporates, and changed into water vapor, and these water vapors condense to form water droplets, and then clouds are formed. And when the rain comes, it means the water again comes back to the earth's surface, and some of the water is absorbed by the ground, that is called groundwater. This is your water cycle. Now we will learn about the sources of water. So what is the meaning of source? Means how can we get the water? Like from rivers, from lakes, from seas. So river, lakes, seas, ponds, these are some sources of water. We get water from lakes, rivers, ponds or wells, but they contain many impurities. These impurities are removed to make it suitable for drinking. These impurities are removed to make it suitable for drinking. Thus, we get purified water in our taps through a network of pipes. A large number of people draw water from wells, tube wells and hand pumps. Now this picture shows the various sources of water. We get water from river, lakes, wells and ponds. So these are various sources of water. So students, Groundwater is an important source of water. So our next topic is groundwater as important source of water. If we dig a hole in the ground near a water body, then we may find that the soil is moist. Right? The soil is moist. The moisture in the soil indicates the presence of water underground. Means the moisture in the soil indicates the presence of water which is underground. And if we dig deeper and deeper, then we would reach a level where all the space between the particles of soil and gaps between rocks are filled with water. I repeat, the particles of soil and gap between rocks are filled with water. And the upper level of this layer where the water is filled, the upper level of this layer is called water table. This is very important term. So what is water table? The upper level of the layer where water is found, that layer is called water table, or in short we can say water table is a level of groundwater. Water table is the level of groundwater. I repeat, what is water table? Upper level of groundwater is called water table. The water found below the water table is called underground water. Okay, the water which is found below the water table is called underground water. Now, what is the source of this groundwater? The rainwater and water from other sources such as rivers and ponds seeps through the soil. The river water, rainwater and the pond's water seeps through the soil and fills the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground. Okay, this water fills the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground. The process of seeping water into the ground is called infiltration. Okay, the process of seeping water or absorbing water into the ground is called infiltration. The groundwater thus gets recharged by this process. The groundwater thus gets recharged by this process. And after that, the groundwater is stored between layers of hard rock below the water table. Okay, the groundwater is stored between layers of hard rock below the water table, and this is known as an aquifer. Okay, this is known as an aquifer. Water in the aquifers can be usually pumped out with the help of tube wells or hand pumps. So students, this is your homework. Question number 1 is, what is meant by water table? Second question is, what are aquifers? Third question is, what is water cycle? Draw a diagram of water cycle. I repeat this question. Question number 3 is, what is water cycle? Draw a diagram of water cycle. Question number 4, which of the following has groundwater as its source? I am repeating. Which of the following has groundwater as its source? Option A is tube well. Second option is hand pump. Third is well. And last option is all of these. Question number 5. Rearrange the jumbled words which is shown in this picture. This picture shows the water cycle, right? And you can see there are some jumbled words, first, second, third, fourth, and so on. And you have to rearrange the words according to this numbering. You have to rearrange these words. Okay. Like number 1 shows the underground water. So similarly, you have to rearrange all the words. Okay. Now we will discuss the homework solution of lecture number 2. So, question number 1 was, choose the correct option. This is your multiple choice question. And first part is, nearly 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with. Option A is air. No. This is wrong. Now, option B is water. Yes, this is right. Nearly 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Okay. B part was, which of the following water is unfit for human consumption? Okay, which of the following water is unfit for human consumption? So, your first option is sea water. And as we know, the sea water is salty and we can't drink sea water because sea water is unfit for us. So, the correct option is sea water. Sea water is unfit for human consumption, right? Question number 2. Fill in the blanks. A part, snow and ice are dash form of water. So the answer is snow and ice are solid form of water. B part is water vapors are dash form of water. So students, water vapors are gaseous form of water. C part, 3 forms of water are So there are three forms of water, which solid, liquid and gas. Question number 3. Draw a pie chart which shows the distribution of water on earth. So you can draw pie chart in this way. This picture shows a pie chart. Okay. So you can draw a pie chart like this. Question number 4. Name the three forms of water. So there are three forms of water. Solid, example ice. Liquid, for example water. And the third form is gas, like the water vapors. So there are three forms of water. Question number 5. Why the earth is called a watery planet? So the answer is because about 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. Therefore, our earth is also called a watery planet. So this is the reason that our earth is called a watery planet. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you, students.